There we go. Yeah, let's see if anybody comes in. I wanted to go live today because I haven't done one of these in a while. But I realize it is 12:30 on a Sunday. So let's see if anybody comes in. I'll be looking at chats. On. I'll be looking at chats. Okay, put the chats up. There we go. Hey, Wolf Dude, what's up, bro? Hey, man, I hope you're doing good. I heard you had some problems with the living situation. I'd like to know how that's going. Let me turn this down. It's like the feedback. So I hope that's going good, man. Let me know what's up with that. Are you doing? Have you got a safe place to be? Are you living safely? I mean, as much as you can be. I'm gonna be smoking, and I'm gonna be taking a drink of beer here and there. So turn this up so I can't hear myself for some reason. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me, Wolf Dude? Okay. Technical difficulties here, but just starting out. Looks like there's two here. Somebody else say hi so I know who you are. Don't be creeping. Somebody else say hi so I know who you are. Don't be creeping. So I guess it's on a delay. Yeah, definitely on a delay. So who's the second person in? Definitely on a delay. It's one of the people in my YouTube community. Okay, so I'm not gonna sit here and listen to the delay on here. I'm just gonna talk, and I'll look at the chats. There's some things that I would actually like to talk about. I was gonna make a video today on cults, and I was gonna go into detail on what a cult is, and you know what it is. Like simply what a cult is, what a cult is, not what a cult is. Alex, what's up? Hello, beautiful people. I love coming in like that. I love coming in saying that. I do that on a lot of my live streams when I talk to other people. So, hi. Hello, Alex. My name is Gary. Everybody calls me Saturnian Son, though. Some people call me Sat Son. Some people call me, you know, some things that people call me I'm not allowed to say on YouTube. But it's nice. It's nice. How you doing, Alex? This is Alex in Romania, right? Did I get that right? There's so many Alexes. So please forgive me if I get the wrong one. 8:38 p.m. Yes, it's Alex from Romania then. Yeah, it's 12 like 37 here in the middle of the day on a Sunday. I wanted to do this on Friday the 13th, but uh I just didn't feel like it. So, yeah, I watch TV too, sort of. I still enjoy movies. I took a long break, like a 4 year break from movies, but now I'm starting to watch movies again, and I love movie magic and stuff like that. And the dog's gonna bark at some people that are walking by. If you guys can hear that in the background. So, anything interesting on TV? I mean, I flip channels a lot. I do it on my tablet though. My tablet is strictly for, it doesn't have a phone number or any kind of messages or anything like that. So my tablet, I strictly watch movies and stuff like that for. So, what do you like to watch, Alex? I've been watching for the last 2 days. I've been watching different cults and how cults operate and stuff like that, which prompted me, to want to talk about stuff like that. Secret Soul. Hey, I am doing as well as I can be in the situation I am. I think we all are. Yeah, movies have a lot of secrets, and you know, a lot of times people call it predictive programming, but there are a lot of stuff inside of movies that are yeah, yes, you caught me live. Secret Soul. Yeah, movies have a lot. I love movies because there's a lot of algorithms and algorithms. I said algorithms. There is let me say it like this. There's a lot of secrets and stuff like that in there. If you know what you're looking for, then you can spot these. And my cigarette keeps going out because I'm not smoking it. Annie D. Well, hello. There's an unexpected hi. Hello, Annie D. Good to see you. I'm hoping that I'm hoping that Code, that Dean and damn, now I forgot her name. Rose get together, and I seen there was a thing to get them together, to get her into the UK so they could be together. And these two lovebirds, which would be nice. I had someone on TikTok text me this morning, was like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a serious relationship," and I'm like, "I don't even have a profile on TikTok," and I'm like, "Look, you could do better than me, okay? Trust me on that." Hello, Annie D, and the other person. Secret Soul. Yeah, your name's kind of hard to read when you write it like that. Uh, I realized that it looks cool. It really does. But her name is Secret Soul, and she is a sweet soul. Let's say that she is a beautiful soul. I don't know who to read. That's all right. I don't know how to read sometimes. So yeah, Angel. Yeah. So does anybody want to ask me anything, or take advantage of this live stream to say something to me? Yeah, you are a sweet soul. You are. I mean, it's easier for somebody outside looking in to see that. So I'm wearing my glasses and my stuff inside because it's a little chilly in Florida. I just shaved, took care of myself. I've been hemmed up in this house for a week, going a little stir crazy, but finally got my ass up out of gear yesterday and up off the couch and shaved and took care of myself, cleaned house a little bit. The next few days, I'm gonna start looking for work. I've had enough time off, and bills are starting to pile up, stuff like that. Cat, what is up, big guy? How's it going? How's it going, man? I mean, I'm not even sure what to ask you, Bryce. How's it going with the house? Is you know, was one of always my main questions. But Kat, I'm glad to see you. You seem to be doing pretty well, and I'm glad you got with a community that you know that really speaks with you. You know what I mean? I hope it works out correctly. But I'm talking about somebody who's authentic. Cat is it? Cat without a hat. So if you guys uh, subscribe to his channel, he's long time YouTube friend of mine, and was here at the very beginning, one day at a time, getting it done. Yeah, I mean that's all we can do. But hopefully you're a lot closer. I know if I remember correctly, a homeless guy come in and like burn the place down or something like that. Man, that's that was very unfortunate. You know. Yeah. Um, it shouldn't be too much of a search. Secret Soul. I've got some people on reserve that I can call for flooring and doing stuff like that. My knee is really busted, and I have a hard time getting down on it. And I've been thinking about taking a restaurant job. So I realize that's a lot of standing and stuff like that. But so I will be working before the end of the month. But yeah, yeah. Say hi to Cat Without a Hat. That dude is he's he's in there and he's been here for a long time. Alex doesn't have any questions. So I was going to talk about cults and what constitute a cult. You guys want to give me any input on that and what you think a cult is? The dog cleans himself like a cat. Yeah, yeah. It would be nice meeting some new people, and yeah, I kind of need a change that I can't make the same amount of money at a restaurant that I can doing flooring, and I work longer hours for less money, so that's kind of stopping me, you know. But I'm still considering it. I mean, it's kind of on the back burner, you know, if the flooring thing doesn't work out, and that's where I'm going. I'm headed towards restaurants, and my very last thing is there's a. You guys know anything about gelato? It's a kind of ice cream. There's a gelato. Uh, there's a gelato place up the street, and it's very close to somewhere that I could walk to from the Federation. Did you become a rebel, Annie D? That's what I want to know. Yeah. If you got fired from the Federation, then you would probably become a rebel. But yeah, there's a factory that creates gelato ice cream. I guess it's not the same as ice cream. I'm not sure what the difference is. I'm lactose intolerant. I don't eat this stuff. But that's my last resort, and they're always hiring because the it's minimum wage and the hours are long, and the it's a very strict place to work. So good food though, man. I think for the first time in my whole life, uh, I went on food stamps at 53 years old. I just turned 53, and yeah, I had like 3 months of back pay that came from food stamps, and I mean, I packed the fridge to the point that there was no room for beer. And yesterday, I think I ate a sample of every single thing, just about every single thing that I had in the fridge. I had chicken nuggets. I had let me see. I had pancakes. I created the biggest pancake that I think anybody has ever ate in their life. I like overdid the pancake and didn't add enough water and just poured it in the pan, and the pan is huge. And the thing was like half inch thick, maybe three quarters, and just poured it all in the pan, and it made like one big pancake. And you know, folded it over. I couldn't quite like do the pan where I flip it and it came out, but it was very tasty. But I ate enough to kill a horse yesterday, so I got to be careful about that. I'm doing a lot of time at the house and not working and not getting any cardio exercise, so gaining a lot of weight. So very tasty. 52 and 2 months. What does that mean, Alex? What is 52 and 2 months? Yeah, cult is a great subject. Secret Soul. I mean, there's some people don't like my opinion on simple truths, and I get everything down to the denomination of a simple truth. You know, the simplest truth is the truth, and people try to complicate it with things like, well, what if this happens, or what if that, and well, what about if this happens? It's like, dude, it is what it is. Like theft is theft. Oh, 52 in 2 months. Yeah. So you're that young. I'm that young, and I've got quite a few years left on me. If I watch my weight and exercise right, which I haven't been doing here lately. I admit it. Uh, I've got quite a few years left on me, before I pass over or die or whatever whatever you'd like to call it. Yeah, I did too. Secret. So I always kind of thought Alex to be quite young, but looks like this person is young in spirit. So I like to think of myself that way too. I like to be young in spirit. You know, as a Capricorn, I carry the best. Um, don't like to play sports. Yeah, I wasn't never like a huge sports guy. I enjoy, you know, getting with other people and like playing a bit of basketball or some soccer, football, American football, or you know, when I was a kid, I played baseball a lot, but I kind of grew out of it. You are SS for sure, and a lovely soul also. Well, thank you. What a nice thing to say. Yeah, it's a lot easier to watch. My dad used to play golf, and I was just like, oh my god, I used to have to carry his bags for him. I was like, I will never play this game. This is just so redundant and just, oh my god. You know, I know sports people who are really into sports and got their kids into sports, and they do quite well. And it's a beautiful thing for a child to be involved in sports, especially days like this. With and at the risk of sounding like an old man, at the risk of sounding like an old man, this kind of society that teaches, hey, sitting around in front of a computer and or do drugs or ask the government to take care of you and stuff like that. Which, by the way, I have started uh, looking into some programs with the Democratic Society that is going on in America right now. I have started looking into some different programs and trying to get some things done for my older age, because it's something that I'm going to have to start thinking about. So I've been delving into that a little bit here lately. So I've been trying to do that. Yeah, it's a little chilly in Florida. It's the cold wind that makes it. Never too late to learn. Yeah. Well, I've never been a big fan, Secret Soul, Angel, whatever you prefer me to call you. I've never been a big fan of like government programs or somebody be taking care of me. I've always been like self sufficient and things like that. So I've this is the first time I've at 53. It's the first time I've ever been on food stamps, and it may only last 6 months. It all depends. Um, but the people who know how to take advantage of the system can. But with the socialistic society that the Democrats are pushing for with Biden in office, you know, I'm trying to find the positive side of it and trying to be able to take a little time off and still be able to survive and try to secure my future a little bit. What future I have left. Uh, I'm probably going to live to be about 80. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't live that long, you know, but it looks like I'm here till about 80 years old. So, woof. Living in a prison like environment and trying my hardest to move out in a month. It's hard, but I gotta keep going. Yeah, dude, keep that goal in mind, okay? And try not to get distracted. You sound like you've got it and you've got it good. You know what you want, so keep that goal in mind and try not to get distracted from that goal. And even if it takes longer than a month, you can still do it. December 3rd, 1970. What is that? Self sufficient is good. It sends the message of hard working and discipline. Too many sit back and don't try to expect others to foot the bill. Yeah, I never, I always took it like a weakness that if I had to have food stamps or something like that, you know what I mean? Because I knew a lot of people growing up that knew how to work the system and they did it very well. And I just, for whatever reason, in my nature, I was always like, hey, be self sufficient. It's just in my nature to try to be that way. So, but like I said, here I am, in my older years, trying to learn how to work this system a little better. So, it actually, if everything goes right, I should have a. I never got any kind of stimulus check from COVID or anything like that. I actually went through COVID, the 2 years of COVID, and never got any kind of stimulus check for anything like that. And I still made it somehow, some way. I always make it, you know. But I realize that there will be an end to this one day. So I'm trying to wise up a little bit and be like, hey, you know what? You know, I'm gonna need some help eventually. And God knows I've given the government enough money that I could I could get a little back, hopefully. You know what I mean? And I don't feel guilty about that at all. I've paid so much money to the state and the government that you guys would be, you know, you'd be surprised. Self sufficient is good, yes. Alex, 1970 December. That must be your birthday. I'm 12/28/70. Uh, Alex, born in Chicago, well, a little town outside of Chicago, up north. But I immediately moved down south. I started making my way down south. My dad, who died when I was 11, my dad was he was an ex-military, and he was a cop at first, then a military, something like that. He somewhere in between. He quit Chicago police force. He quit the Chicago police force because of corruption. Somehow he was in the military and he got kind of a moving bug, and maybe he was in the military while we were, while I was like super young. He was never being the breadgiver of the family, he was never around very much. So we moved steadily down south. We moved from Chicago, Illinois, Elgin, actually, a little town outside of Chicago, when I was like 6 weeks old, something like that. Like very, very young. I was a baby. We moved to, let me see if I can remember this. We moved to North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, North Alabama, Southern Alabama, and we ended up in Florida. So, and then he died when I was 11. We were in Florida when that happened. But he was out of the military by then. My mom just passed away. Yes, Wolf, I'm a Capricorn. I make that very much known. It's the way I discovered myself. I used astrology as a way of discovering who I am and why I act the way I do, and as a means of like self knowledge. And that's not everybody's path. That's just the path that I took. I took this kind of path to as self discovery. Easy. Uh, it was my choice to do that. My dad was an amateur astrologer, more of an astronomer. I'm probably more of an astrologer than I am an astronomer, but I do enjoy both of those. And I'm not any kind of like astrologist or anything like that. I'm not like I'm not into like reading charts or even know how to read my own chart or anything like that. Like I said, I just used astrology and my sign as a Capricorn to help uh, with my self discovery, and it worked for me very well. Everybody has their own way of doing things and their own way of self discovery, and that's just the path that I took. Let me catch up on the. I have looked in the self sufficient is good. Alex, yes. Okay, so yes. So Alex is a Capricorn too, aren't you? Terrible state of the world right now with the cost of living. Yeah, geez. I mean, I wouldn't be able to eat this good if I wasn't on food stamps. And I'm not bragging about it. Like I said, it's almost embarrassing that I had to do this, but it was easy to do after COVID, and like I said, with the socialist society, with Democrats pushing socialism as much as they are, so lots of programs and things have become a lot easier after COVID. All right, I'm so close to getting rid of my internet. Where are you, Secret Soul? Are you in the UK? I bet you there are things that you could do. I bet you there are things that you could do to get some kind of free internet. Let's see if I can plug this in. Give me a second. Oh, I gotta reach it. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's just a Sagittarius. Condolences. Yeah, I guess you're talking about my mom just recently dying. That was expected, but my neighbor was a good friend of mine, shot himself in the chest and committed suicide. And then one of my really good friends, who was a bit autistic, had some, and very impressionable person, had someone take him uh, to a neighboring, I guess you could call it a city. It's Pensacola. Um, and this person, my buddy Lloyd, he was very impressionable, and he'd do things to fit in, just to be part of the group and stuff. And he ended up overdosing. And I didn't know the guy personally who did it, but I know who it is. I have his phone number. I haven't called him or anything like that, but I suspect the police are looking for him because I know Lloyd's sister is looking for him, and they've done, uh, they're doing an investigation. So, that one, that one really hurt. Been 5 deaths in 7 months, but these three. were they hit the hardest. Yeah, it's been really warm in Florida too this year. It sure has, and it's been nice actually. There's been some cold nights. I spent a week fixing a plumbing in this old trailer, and two of my space heaters went out, and I'm like broke. So I couldn't afford to replace them, but I still have two. But I missed the heater in the little bathroom. Yeah, Wolf dude, I hope that you just like keep this and keep looking for this solution and keep it in your mind. You know what I mean? If you can keep things in your brain to like, where you want to be and your objective and your goal, and just like, man, I really wish the best for you, Wolf dude, man. I feel lucky sometimes that I am in such a secure place. I have a landlord that is just, uh, you know, at the risk of embarrassing him, he's a gorgeous soul. He's a very good person in his own way, and he's a man that looks to help people and sees who does deserve it and who doesn't. And thankfully, I guess I've been one who deserves it. So, okay, going back to the chats here. I know I'm behind. Don't like to play sports. Uh, I'm living in a prison. Da, 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 da. Self sufficient. Yeah, the cost of living, man. And I feel so bad for so many people who have lost their homes, lost their place to live. Yeah, yeah, I am a tribe. I'm not even part of any kind of tribe. If I had any kind of tribe, it would be like my music. You know, I would like John Mayer and Megadeth. I would still like death metal and Enya. You know what I mean? It would be very diverse. I know diverse is kind of a program statement, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, surely, Secret Soul, that you could find some way to keep your internet on. I mean, I don't know about the UK, but there's got to be something that you could do. You know, uh, I do a lot of even though I don't. My dog farted. Terry, better stay over there. Uh, I do a lot of even though I'm not a Christian, I do a lot of stuff from a lot of different faiths, and one of my favorite things to do is to pray to Michael. I like Michael. I like Michael from the Christian religion. I've been homeless too quite a few times, Wolf, and it's something that always the silver lining. Something that has taught me um, from being homeless is that one was to count my blessings and what's good in life, and another one is to know how to uh, you know stretch things out and what I can and can do without. You know, um, COVID taught me how to manage my money. I mean, there's always a silver lining somewhere here. Oh, Anita Blue is here. Hello, hello. How are you? I know you're not. I know you're not in the UK. It came out that way. So, hello, Anita Blue. How are you? Oh, Jackie Fox is here. Hello, girl. I love you and your husband. When you guys get on, man, I always try to see you guys live. Jackie Fox is one of my faves to watch just because how she flows and I'm big on authenticity. Did I say that right? I'm big on being authentic, and you couldn't ask for more authentic people than Jackie and her husband, and his name escapes me. But all right, so what else is going on? Derby Jack. I'll be damned. I haven't watched her videos in a while. I'm surprised to see you here. Um, I'm not much into the religious thing, and I recently resubscribed um, to the painter. What's her name? But I kind of think that religion shouldn't hold us apart. If we are divided, then let us be divided on certain issues and not as a whole. Josh, that's it. Thank you. God, that's embarrassing that I can't remember her husband's name, and it's like that was embarrassing. And I'm sorry, Josh, if you see this, bruh, I love you. It's just it just didn't come to mind. Okay, so please, if you can forgive me for that. Gratitude is the key to yeah, gratitude and being thankful for things, man. Because oh God, last month during the month of December, especially towards the end of it, man, around Christmas time, dude, I heard so many people complaining to me about money stuff, and I don't do Christmas honestly because me and what family I got left, which is pretty much my little brother and my niece, we give and take as we can all year round. So we don't need a special day to give and take. And Christmas Day was just another day for us. Excuse me. His name is Josh. I'm so sorry, Josh. Good Lord, that's so bad. I'm so sorry. I can't apologize any more than that. So, what else? Can you guys allow me about 30 seconds to run to the bathroom? I am drinking beer here, so I got a good liver and a good kidney, so it runs right through me. Just give me 30 seconds and give me something to talk about. Like I said, I was going to talk about cults and stuff, but I realize that's a pretty serious topic for a lot of people to be delving into. But you guys can ask me anything at all. This is a ask me anything kind of video, so I'll be right back. Dun, 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 dun. All right, was that 30 seconds? Yeah, I know Secret So I know you, Angel, are in the UK. I was talking about Anita Blue. She's not actually in the UK. Love you, Jackie, and your husband Josh. You guys are a great pair. Uh, Speaking of someone else, I forgot. Kiki, what's up? What's up? I was watching a movie the other day, and I seen someone with the upside down peace sign tattooed on their outside of their thigh. The pair of shorts that they were wearing, they were running, and I paused the movie and I looked, and it was like, and it was this is a cult. It's a the upside down peace sign is like doing the Christian cross upside down. They are. It's a small cult, but it is. This person was part of the cult. I don't ask me to tell you the name of this actor. I don't know the name of him, but just being able to catch that in the movie, I was like, holy cow, you know, and being to recognize that symbol, knowing that what it was, that it's not a peace sign, it's actual. Thanks for dropping in, Kiki. Thanks for just dropping in and saying hi. That's enough. That's enough. That's it's good. It's good. I honestly didn't expect 8 people to show up. To be honest with you, last time I did this, like 2 people showed up, and I did this for like 38 minutes, and was like, well, what's the point? So, thanks for coming in. Honestly, I hope you have an amazing day, Kiki, and I'm betting you will. I'm betting you will have an amazing day if you just look for the amazement of it all. You know, boy, I'm getting in a pretty good mood here. I could see why this goes on for. I've been on for what 42 minutes. I could see how people would do this live streams for hours on end. This is nice. I don't have a lot of people in my physical life that I can talk to about certain things. So I do a lot of my. I don't want to say intelligent talk, but I do a lot of my. I do a lot of talking online to people who are like minded and know the kind of things that I know. So, if that makes any sense. Oh, sweet. Got some alone time, Kiki. That's nice. Make sure you make sure your boy is all right at that party. And yeah, go home and relax and chill. Get some alone time. I bet you that's hard for a lot of people to do. I'm alone a lot. So, you know, I look forward to company, which, you know, man, I'm gonna miss my boy Lloyd. God, he used to bring me a couple beers every Sunday, man, and he wasn't always in the best mood, but 90% of the time he was, and he was just God. You want to talk about a sweet soul, man? I'm gonna miss him. Oh, sledding. Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's a boy. Uh, I'm assuming he's coming into age. I don't know how old he is, but he's a guy. He'll be fine. Hurting yourself if you get on a sled is nothing for a guy. You know, we don't cry. That's not true. But he'll be fine. Rest and relax and get some alone time, Kiki, and enjoy it. I hopefully I didn't throw any monkey wrench in there for you. He'll be fine. He'll be cool. Everything is dangerous. Walking outside my front door is dangerous. Oh yeah, he's not. Hey, he'll be fine. You know, anything that'll happen, he'll recover from fairly quickly. And I assume that you know he's fairly tough. I'm sure. We're built for that kind of thing. We're built for sledding men. It's a man thing. Not that women can't do it either, but we're built for it. So he'll be fine. Enjoy yourself. And I love you. And thanks for stopping by. That was so nice of you to stop by and say hi. I was wondering how many people were going to come in and not comment. A lot of times when I do this live, I get people that like come in like from, you know, I have like a lot of subscribers that don't regularly watch, that only like watch my religious videos or only watch certain kind of videos. And they're nice enough to subscribe, but they'll pop in and pop out and never say anything and may not even give it a like or something, to where it'll show up. So, oh, Yeah, that would be a concern because yeah, glasses cost money. So, my friend Alex, thank you for coming in, and I'm glad you did that. This you're one of those that's been here for a long time too. Thanks, Kiki. What a nice thing to say. You guys stay awesome, y'all. Y'all stay awesome. Do what you need to do, and be at peace. Yes, always. All right. So what's next? What's next? Secret Soul, you still here? Would you like to say something? I'd like to hear from you. I really enjoy watching your live streams when I can. Um, there are times when I can't get to it and I can't stay around a lot. But yeah. So comments. Maybe I should dream of something to say. Oh, really? Well, nice. What kind of drink? I'm thinking a drink. I'm thinking of a drink. Let me see. Maybe a Kahlua. A Kahlua. Something like that sounds like something that Secret Soul would drink. I only drink beer. Uh, oh, a cappuccino. Oh, my bad. I thought it was an alcoholic drink. Oh, what are we eating? What are we eating? I ate everything. I had a sample of everything in the whole house yesterday. So, my brother recently got his daughter, my niece, a kitten. And it's weird because he was kind of waiting. He was waiting on the right time to get a cat. And he wanted a kitten. And it turned out that it was he did wait for the right time and he did get the right cat. And this cat uh, likes likes to jump in the shower with my niece and my brother when they're showering. Doesn't act like a normal cat, I guess. Um, and it's been a blessing to them, to have a pet, especially a cat. That if you can really make a bond with a pet, it can be quite helpful. You know, it really can be. It's very therapeutic. I know I've had a lot of dogs. In between my Mocha's death and getting Terry, I've had Terry for 12 years now. But in between of getting that, I went through three dogs that, just weren't right and suited for me. So, oh, a cheeseburger with an egg? It's been a while. I used to do that. A lot of people thought I was like nuts because it was like a protein sandwich. I'd have a cheeseburger and put an egg on top of it and eat that. And that was just one of my favorite ways to eat a hamburger. Animals are just beautiful. And I don't mean just to eat. I still eat meat. Uh, I struggled with that a couple years back, trying to become a vegetarian. And I still don't like red meat very much. I do enjoy a cheeseburger every once in a while, but I can't remember the last time I had like a steak or something. I like having, pork is the other white meat. I like white pork. I like chicken. I like a lot of white meat. But I am a meat eater for the majority of the part. I don't eat a ton of vegetables, but I've gotten better about it as I've gotten older. But yeah, animals can be a real blessing. I'm starting to drip. So yeah, animals and especially like as a pet, as a companion, it is very therapeutic. I know there was some times that I would not have made it through certain times if it weren't for my Terry boy. and my dog. And Anita Blue knows what I'm talking about. She had a dog that uh, looked quite the same to this one, and he's an American Staffordshire Terrier, Amstaff for short, and he's not very. He doesn't like to be very camera thing, but I'll see if I can get him on camera. You say hi, Terry. Say hi to the folks. Oh, yeah, he likes to laze around. He's an old guy. So, fresh eggs from the chickens. Man, my buddy of mine was raising chickens, and he was a victim of the housing thing too. Man, he ended up getting screwed on a place that he was buying. Um, but hold on a second. I get all this straight. Oh, look at this. Okay. So, but anyway, he had chickens that he had bought, and this guy always got like really good deals, and he gave me a dozen of those fresh eggs, and I guess Terry is wanting to be in the picture now, but he gave me a dozen of these fresh eggs, and man, you want to talk about it was more fulfilling than a regular white egg. It was bigger, and it's just it seemed to have more substance to it, you know. So it was all around better. It was all around better. Yeah, fresh eggs from the chickens are, man, they're the best. They're the best. T. Who is T? I do not recognize the name. Well, how you doing, T? Yes, I'm doing well. I'm doing as good as I can be, given my circumstances, which I think is probably all of us. So, yes, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I wouldn't. And to be honest, I've thought about, you know, getting some chickens outside of my place. Uh, I haven't told anybody this yet, and I'm not sure if the right people. There's a couple people that I'm not sure if I should tell this to yet, but this being online, I don't know if they watch my channel. So, OT from Ireland. How you doing? I'm Irish too, buddy. A third Irish. My grandmother on my mother's side was fresh off the boat Irish. My grandfather on my mother's side was some sort of Indian Cherokee. I'm guessing. I'm not real sure. I kind of take a stab at it every once in a while, but um, and then my father's side of the family, they were fresh out of the boat Germans. Like I used to have to speak German in their house when I was a baby, when I was a kid, when I was a child. Um, when I was a little baby goat. Yeah, cat. Yeah, this guy had eggs galore, man. He had so many. He had seven chickens, two roosters, and he said he couldn't give away fast enough. And unfortunately, he did. He got caught up in the housing crisis. He was one of the last ones I knew that he had to move quickly and basically got his place stolen from him. He was trying to buy a house, buy a rent to own kind of way, and he got screwed when the housing market went way up in Florida from everybody from California, a lot of red states, um, a lot of blue states moving to Florida to be in a red state, where the restrictions aren't so bad. The housing market went way up and, caused people to backtrack on their contracts and shit like this. So he got screwed, unfortunately. Do I have an Irish surname or German? I'm not sure. I have four names. I have Gary Jason Delane, and then my last name. Um, my last name is from the German side, from my father's side, so it's German. Um, but other than that, I mean, I'm Gary Jason, and then I guess I have two middle names, Jason and Delane. Uh, Gary is my official name that I go by. I went by Jason until I was probably 22, 25, something like that. Then I started going by Gary. So I guess that kind of answers your question, T Cool. Yeah. So I don't know if I do or not, but those are my names. My name is Gary Jason Delane, and I guess Jason and Delane are my like middle names. Delane is like Delaney, but it's without the Y. It is spelled with an E. Delane. And I'm not sure where that comes from. I think my dad gave me that name as a middle name, and my mom gave me the middle name as Jason. Jason actually was a name given to me somewhere around 3 or 4. Um, my mom had an issue with an occultist who had supposedly put a spell on me or something like that, and had tied me to another Gary. So my mom named me Jason, and it got put on my birth certificate, and that's what I went by for like 22, 25 years, something like that. Yeah, if that helps at all. So is Delaney a is it an Irish or a German name? I'm not sure. Never really looked that up. That's you got me curious. Do you? Cool. That's it's strange that first. This is the first time I've ever heard from you. But that's good. I mean, thank you. Some of them are worth watching. You know, do a wide range of stuff. Terry, can you knock it off? So yeah, I do a lot of wide range kind of videos. I haven't got past like the slide videos yet. I'm still doing slide videos and things like that, but I want to take it into a little. Uh, I want to take it into a little different direction. I want to take it into a little different direction, and but and in saying that, but a lot of my followers, a lot of my subscribers, and the people that watch me on the regular are kind of new agers, and I tend to disagree with a lot of new agers on certain things. Just like I disagree with Satanists and Christians and a lot of religion in general. Got a couple friends in Ireland. One is working out there, but he's from the U.S. Before I've seen you on Jim's channel. Jim's or Genevieve's? T. Oh, so Delaney is an Irish name. I could see where that would be, right? Yeah, Delaney. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Irish pub music. A lot of times, when I'm feeling it, I'll turn on a lot of Irish pub music, and that's a real fun time. I kind of like being Irish, even though I've had to work on my temper quite a bit throughout my life. I had to gain control of my temper quite a bit, and I'm not blaming the Irish, but yeah, I haven't been aware of you. I'm glad though. I'm glad that you watch some of my videos. That's cool. Not everybody is into like every kind of video. There's lots of different kinds. The last one that I uploaded, I'm not into it. Just I am and I ain't. I mean, there's some good things in it, but a lot of it is just the whole new age thing. Just it turns me off. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just become like another religion. It's like as long as we just sit around and meditate, the world will be a better place. And no, that's not how you make the world a better place. It takes action to make the world a better place. And you know, I don't like the direction that New Age has taken. And listening to Mark Passio, I did discover that, excuse me, that a lot of the satanic and Luciferian origins had taken over this movement, and it doesn't surprise me that the amount of mind control that people get into. Oh, Genevieve's channel. Okay, yeah, yeah. Me and Genevieve have been talking for a very long time. We've had our on and offs, disagreements and this, that, and the other, but we've been we've talked for a long time. I was there probably about a year and a half, 2 years after she first started, and usually I'm there on a lot of new channels. I'm usually seems to be my mo that I'm there when a new channel comes up, and I kind of am there as not as a springboard, but as part of the springboard as they move on to be like, you know, and move on and get bigger and better and do better things, which is, you know, I'm proud to say that, you know what I mean? I can be, Michelle Cannon free. I can breathe now. It's good to see you, girl. I was worried that you may not be able to come in to see this sort of thing because all my videos I'm putting up as, you know, not for children. And I know a lot of, I know you said once that you couldn't watch the video because it wasn't, I put up all my videos I put up as not for kids, just as a safety net. So, Julianne Margaret. Oh, you're the Wordsworth, aren't you? Am I remembering that? Well, there's a lot of names coming out here that I haven't really seen in a long time. Julianne Margaret, yes. If memory serves me right, now I could be wrong. You're the Wordsworth. You do the thing with words, and very, very intelligent. Yes, word of mirth, word of myth. Ah, if I said that right, yes, word of myth. Yeah, I thought so, and I admire your work. You're very good at what you do. Um, People do this. Yeah, everyone has like a gift, and that is your beautiful gift. You really captured that and ran with it. And I really like your channel. And I first discovered you on Milky Way Soul Tribe, and I've been following ever since. Don't get around to everybody as I should always. So you got a crow? You have a pet crow? Well, I'm assuming it's not a. Hold on a second. Hey, is that necessary? The dog, I swear. Bruh, hey, take it easy. This side. Come on. Come on. He's shaking. Like his teeth are chattering. You're a weirdo, bruh. You good boy, you barked at the neighbors. Alright, so the neighbors cut out bottom part of their fence so they could find all the roots, and they were gonna like build a new fence. They're planning on building a new fence. And they just left it like that and didn't close up any of the holes or anything. So I put up some tin and to keep the dog from running out. Not that he's prone to do that, but I locked him out one day because he's constantly in and out, and I locked him out because I was trying to take a nap, and woke up an hour and a half later and he was down the street because I locked him out. So, all right, come on, it's too much. Back it up. Yes, sort of. Let me catch up here. Michelle. Sort of got a crow. I've never had a bird as a pet. A buddy of mine has a bird as a pet, and it's not a crow. But I always thought a crow would make a very good pet. And very intelligent birds. So I've known people that made friends with birds. This one little girl made friends with a crow. They used to bring her like rings and keys and all kinds of stuff. Now, that was strange, but yeah, that's kind of a cool thing to have as a crow. Yes, that's Julianne. Thank you for all your gifts and talents. That is Jules. I knew it was you. I knew it was you. All right, so it's the sentinel crow who watches my house and my neighborhood, and yeah, a crow would make a very good make a good watchbird, a watchbird, if you would. I would think that would be uh yeah. Oh yes, T. Yes, is that necessary? That's talk to my dog. He's damn near human. You know, he thinks he is anyway. He sits like a human being. I like crows though too. Yeah, I really do. Is that necessary? Yeah, I mean, is that necessary, Terry? I mean, is it necessary to be barking at the neighbors who are walking by the fence? I guess it wasn't because he stopped. You know, I have this house wren. Um, I have this house wren that has been coming on my porch at about 5:30 to 6 o'clock in the morning, just before daylight, and these things are loud. I mean, freaking loud. And there's been a couple mornings, I haven't been working the last couple months, so there's been a couple mornings where I'd like to sleep in. I wake up in the middle of the night, I get up and, you know, have a snack or drink or do whatever, and then I go back to sleep at like 4 a.m. and I kind of like to sleep a little bit. And this thing just will not let me sleep. It's just like, it's there every morning, and they are freaking loud. But yeah, Kakabura, Kookaburra. Dogs are the best people. Yeah, my dogs are. Um, they say dogs take a. He is. He's a big teddy bear. Really, aren't you? Aren't you a big teddy bear? Yeah, he is. He's got this little teardrop. He got that in prison. No, I'm just kidding. This big white dog. He's got like what, one, two, three, four black spots on him. His nose, his teardrop, and his ears, and that's the only black that's all the way on him. Except for his right paw, he's got a black. He's got a black toenail. That's it. I think he's got 13 black dots on his right ear. So my dogs have always been very well trained. I don't I don't accept dogs that are not trainable or that don't get along with kids and these sort of things. The last two dogs have been pitties, I guess as people call them. People call them pit bulls. There's a wider range of pit bulls though, and I, I said this earlier. Mine is a American Staffordshire Terrier. He's got see the things on his feet. See this right here? Very important. It's a good trait to have in a dog. It means they're very healthy. Uh, Come from a very good bloodline, and they haven't been interbred too much. So I had a goat. I had a goat one point in their house. I had neighbors when I first moved to the USA. They had a rooster in their house that would crow at dawn. It was awful. They had a goat at one time and point in their house. Yeah, we used to have roosters around here in my neighborhood. Um, as more and more buildings got built in this area, it pushed a lot of pushed a lot of. Some people just simply didn't take care of their chickens and roosters, and they became truly free range chickens. that ran free. Um, Something comes to mind. One day, I seen a. We have a lot of cats too that run around that feral cats. This kitten was chasing um, a wild chicken that was just kind of doing like this small circle, and this kitten was chasing this thing, and it was like this chicken was just toying with him. It was. I'm sorry. It was one of the cutest things I've ever. I don't even know why I thought of that. Goat is delicious when cooked just right. I've never had goat. I've always wanted to try lamb, um, but I've never had goat. It's funny how some meats are taboo and some meats aren't. I mean, if you're in one country, eating cow is like very taboo, but then in another country, you wouldn't eat a dog. Where some countries they got no problems with eating a dog. Biggest problem I got is when people eat things like dolphins and whales. Um, these beings are self-aware, and yeah, I don't agree with doing that. You know what I mean? People, if you're not, if a society is not conscious enough to know that these beings are self-aware and that you should not be eating a self-aware being, um, then yeah, I don't agree with that sort of thing. Lamb is way better than goat. Yeah, I've never. That's one of my bucket list. I want to have some lamb before I make it out of here. Yeah, Julianne, you make me jealous. I tried to be I tried to be vegetarian. I really tried hard. Not hard enough, obviously. I've always been a meat eater, and I've broken away from a lot of red meats. Like I said earlier, I still enjoy a hamburger every once in a while, and I don't mind doing that. But I can't remember the last time I ate a steak. Like an all out steak. But I like the white meat. I'm a meat eater. I mean, is that you know maybe there's not something so wrong with that. You know what I mean? It's just what my body. I've always been like a protein kind of guy, and I realize that I can get a lot of my protein from nuts and certain vegetables do have a lot of protein in them. I realize that. I didn't have enough self discipline to stop eating meat. Thanks for being here, Julianne Margaret. I haven't seen you in forever, and I'm gonna go see if I can check out your channel here later on. And always admired your way with words. Keep it up. Yeah, we're all different. Yeah, and everybody's body is different, so everybody requires different things to keep them going. So nice. Yeah. Is it a vegetarian breakfast? Will he be having eggs? Is it okay for vegetarians to eat eggs? I guess anything without a face. I guess it can get quite confusing sometimes when I talk to people. So I don't know. I don't mind. Like if I had to kill a deer and skin a deer and eat a deer, I'd have no problem with that whatsoever. You know what I mean? I give thanks for it. You know what I mean? Like I do with all my food. And bless it and be like, I'm sorry I had to do this, but I mean, I want to eat. I mean, to a point, it is food. But I do agree with a lot of vegetarians and a lot of people that are saying, that we're coming up on a time to where, it's time to, for humanity to stop eating meat. And I do get that. I do get that. Even though I'm a meat eater, I can be a meat eater and still recognize that, humanity should be at a point in time right now that we don't eat meat. I get that, honestly. Of course, I also get that, we are at a point in time that humanity, you know, shouldn't be listening to other people tell us to have lockdowns and shit like that, and accepting it. But we do. Humanity accepts a lot, you know, from the programming that people give us. Where are we at here? Damn, I have been on for an hour and 15 minutes. Looks like there's two people here. Oh, there's three people in now. As soon as I said two, one come in. The girls. Oh, with the chickens. Julia Margaret, that's funny. What are you making? I don't know what that symbol is. I'm making something. I made the world's largest pancake, or the biggest pancake that I've ever had. A cup. Making me a cup. Oh, of coffee. Not a huge fan of coffee. I don't like the way it tastes. I always like drying it with a bunch of, you know, non-dairy creamer and a ton of sugar and things like that. I do drink coffee occasionally, you know, but I get most of my caffeine, and I do spend a lot of money on caffeine. Probably spend more money on caffeine than I do beer. Um, but I drink like 5 hour energy drinks, and God help me, Red Bulls. I just I love having a Red Bull, you know, and I know that it makes me crash and things like this, and I've recently learned that caffeine restricts the the uh, the airflow. Something about caffeine restricts the airflow in people. Uh, Something in your respiratory system. That caffeine, which would explain a lot. There's sometimes when I've had problems with this. Collagen creamer. Hmm. Never even heard of that. Collagen. Collagen. Why does that sound familiar? Collagen. Matcha tea. Oh, now I love tea. I love tea. I love green teas. I love sleepy time teas. I love all tea. I love dark tea. I love tea with lemonade. Arnold Palmer's. All tea. I love all tea. I could drink tea forever. I should have been British. Rex. Rex sells it on the Leak Project. Leak Project. I like that. So, are there five in? Five in and eight likes. And I've been up for 1 hour and 18 minutes. Let me see. Let me see if I can get. I'm doing something here. Let me see if I can get Genevieve or that way in. Come on. Try a mocha latte from Starbucks. Oh, now I have had some. I don't like iced coffee, but I have had some gourmet coffees that are just, oh my god, they're really good. Just like the normal Folgers kind of like coffee. It's just like the normal taste of coffee. It's just normal coffee is just like, ugh, But designer coffees, yeah, I do like those a whole lot. I do. I very much enjoy those. Come on, let me make some room here. I'm doing something trying to bring in Genevieve and or that way. I'm gonna give up. So, I'm surprised this thing hadn't fallen over. When I went to bed, Red Bull gives you wings in my head. Yeah. You know what? When I was trying to do, and to somewhat success, when I was trying to do out of body experiences and travel in my dreams and do that sort of thing, one of the tips I had was take just a little bit of caffeine before I went to sleep. And if you take the caffeine as you're going to sleep, and the caffeine kicks in after you're in an REM kind of sleep, then it supposedly helps. I found this did help. This did help. Matcha is a green tea grown in the shade in the mountains of Japan. Boy, I'd like to try that. Want me to text that way? Nah, I mean, he's probably working. Well, no, it's Sunday. He probably is not at work. Hopefully, it's not cold. That poor bastard. I've seen that guy like live in a tent, walk around at barefoot, and when it's Jesus. I mean, I thought I could live rough. He's got me beat. Pistachio color and really, really good. It's pistachio color. The first Karate Kid movie, Daniel's girlfriend makes it for them on a date. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't particularly remember that, but got to go, man. All right. Good to see you, Kat. Thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for supporting, showing a little report. I seen that you came up live one night, but you were having trouble doing it, and I couldn't stick around. I was like, kind of like in and out of doing stuff. So, be good to yourself, Kat, and be good to others. We love you, bro. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, teas. I love teas. I love all kinds of teas. I love sleepy time teas, green teas. Mm, not a whole lot. Um, Not a whole lot of plans for today. I'm just kind of chilling. I did a lot of my stuff yesterday. Smudged my house with some. Um, I smudged the house. I cleaned the house. Did a little blessing on it. Um, I did all my laundry Thursday and Friday. After I spent a week working on the damn water and the pipes, we had a little freeze here and it messed up everything. So yeah, I don't have much plans for today. I'm probably going to be on this thing most of the day. I mean, not on a live, but I'm probably going to be in and out of, you know, if I don't find a good movie to watch, I'll be on YouTube. And Genevieve's doing her live streams lately, like late at night. And sometimes late at night, I like be busy doing something. So I haven't been able to be a part of that. Yeah, it's a bummer when you don't like my whole family loves coffee, but I'm not a big coffee drinker. So yeah, I was kind of like the one that was like, what? Are you sure you're part of this family? I just never was a big fan of coffee. I started at around 30, 35 drinking coffee, but it was a little tiny bit and only when it was cold. But I like the designer coffee, Michelle, yes. My plan for today is to hide from everything. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing anything at all. I'm not going to do anything today. Uh, no plans for today. If something happens, it happens, but I seriously doubt it. So I don't have anything going on for today, and I don't plan to. Just gonna chill. You know, it's my day. It's a Sunday. I've already done most of the things I wanted to do. There are a few more things I want to do around here, um, but Monday and Tuesday are I'm gonna have to like start networking and going and getting some money coming in because it's time to start working again. Toffee. That's like a chocolate kind of thing, isn't it? Like a caramel. Toffee is kind of like a caramel coffee kind of thing. Is that it? I make ruby lattes at home. Steep 2 bags in a large mug. Shake and warm some milk. Add the tea. Milk with tea? I've never heard of that. Sleeping covered for 5 minutes. I've never tried milk with tea. That's interesting. So, oh my God, you still got your decorations up? Well, at least it's the remainder of them, Michelle, and you're not like one of those that like keep them up till February or something. Okay, give me a second. I'll be right back. Mama, money. All right. I was raging. About what? Let me see here. Think about my favorite tea next to mocha green tea. Matcha green tea. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm a big fan of green tea. Life with Nate makes every household task 1,000 times harder. Mm, I understand. I understand. Tea. I couldn't get into a nightclub one night, and the bouncer said, "Go off and get a coffee and come back." So I went and drank my only coffee ever that night. I went back down and he said, "Not tonight." I was raging. Yeah, yeah, I don't like to be turned down either, and I've gave many a bouncer the business. You know, my mo is, I'll take them to the edge. So I'm don't take this the wrong way, um, but I will gaslight a motherfucker like real bad, just to watch them squirm. Uh, hopefully that doesn't make me a narcissist or anything. I try to be a good person. Oh, I am human here. Gave up alcohol again. Good. Oh man, since I haven't been working, the biggest hardest thing for me to do is not to be able to drink beer when I want to. And most of the time, other people have been buying me beer. Like the beer I'm drinking today, somebody else bought me as a gift. You know what I mean? And but there were times when somebody would bring, well, they banned me like $22 worth of beer, and I'm like, man, I really would have rather had the $20, other than the beer. So I've gotten like to where it's like a treat or something like that. But yeah, like let me give you an example. One day last week, I spent all day drinking. I saved up the beer that people had bought me, and I took like an all day, just drinking all day and munching here, here and there, and eating little snacks and stuff, so I didn't get like sloshy drunk. But drinking beer all day long and really enjoying myself. 2 days later, I drank caffeine all day long. Started out with 2 cups of coffee, a 5-hour energy drink, 2 Red Bulls. 3 hour later, I'm drinking a Red Bull. An hour after that, I had a 5 hour energy drink. An hour after that, I had a cup of coffee. An hour after that, I had like a Red Bull. Like I had a Red Bull and a half. Like I made a day of these things. You know what I mean? So But it's always good, like, to test yourself and have a little self discipline and make sure that you can go without. I used to fast a lot, and man, I've been telling myself that I need to fast here lately. And as soon as I say that out loud to myself, I end up eating everything in sight. Yeah, I haven't been able to fucking do weed in a while, man. That's really been. I've had to, like, I used to take edibles and, like, help keep myself calm, and I kind of learned how to be calm without the edibles. I'm not a big smoker kind of guy, not as far as weed is concerned. I do enjoy my cigarettes, but I enjoy my own kind of cigarettes. I don't even buy store bought cigarettes. I can afford it. But where was I going with that? Where was I? So, like, I really did enjoy my edibles, man, and I really miss those, and I just, here we are at a point to where here we are at a point to where get it together, Gary, to where I have to ask permission to smoke weed, or to take edibles, from a doctor when this shit has been going on in the street since the 60s. What is that? 40 years? 40 years long it's been going on. So yeah, I did do the CBD for a while. That was help. That helped a little bit. Um, I've had to switch here lately. I've had to switch to what I did was. Can I guys hear that? There's a message come through. So what I did was is I bought a bottle of Benadryl, and like, I'll cut one in half or take a small pill of Benadryl to help calm myself down when I get upset. So yeah, but it's good to keep yourself in check for sure. If you've given up drinking, then good. All right, where was I? Here in the chats. A few years ago now. I was writing. Yeah, yeah. Michelle and T are talking. Herbal teas. Herbal teas are good. You know what I'd like to have? Why is he doing that? One of the things that I'd like to have is like an actual tea leaf tea. There's been a long time since I've done that. I should do that here pretty soon. Yeah, if you're an angry junk, see, if you're an angry junk, you definitely should not. You should really try to keep a handle on that. I can be an angry drunk just because alcohol, it it like, in whatever mood you're in, alcohol will, kind of enhance that. To start with, we're talking about, you know, you're literally drinking. There's a reason they call it spirits. It's fermentation, it's dead skin, it's how it's made. You're invoking the dead, so to speak. Um, I don't know if anybody's ever looked into that sort of thing or not, but I found that very, very interesting about alcohol and how it's fermented and it's dead skin and that it's called spirits. If anybody ever wants to look into that, very, very interesting topic. Very good. There's a lot to be seen in there. Okay. That being said, give me a second. All right. Yeah. Smoking weed is, or, however way you want to do it, it was, you know, I would have quit drinking if I could have continued on my edibles, but I couldn't get the doctor's note, and certain situations call for me to be very careful with things of that nature. So, one of the things I'm doing is I'm trying to get these government health programs, and if I can get this certain program here pretty soon. Um, it's money that I can spend, well, that I have to spend every month on some sort of dental or eyes or something to do with my health. I have to spend a certain amount of this money that comes in every month on something to do with my health. Whether it's I just go get a checkup once a month. And if I can do that, then I want to go get my edibles back and go get my card. But yeah, it was a huge help. It I would have quit drinking if I could have had my edibles full time and would have had my card and been able to just go down and get my chocolate bars or my gummies or whatever. You know, uh, it was a real blessing. It was a cure, and it wasn't a band aid. It was it was a cure. The thing I like about tea is like you can have like a caffeine tea or you can have like a sleepy time tea, and that's what I love about tea. It's you know, I've heard it'll dehydrate you though, but like I'm worried about that. I drink a ton of water. I drink about almost a gallon of water a day. I drink a flavored water. I can't stand just like regular water unless it's like super hot. But yeah, I drink a lot of water, so I'm not really worried about dehydration. Trying to keep up with comments here and being able to bounce off. Michelle, I smoked weed every day in Canada from the age 32 to 37, moved to the USA, and then they legalized it. Yeah, figures. Yeah, I mean, it's everything. Like, I love this freedom in America thing. Oh, they hate us because we're free. Bitch, you are not free. If you think you are free in America, you are sadly, sadly mistaken. Try to go fishing without a license. Try to smoke weed without a license. It's like you're free, yeah, as long as you don't get caught. But if you want to do something, you have to ask us permission first. And very, very likely have to pay us for that privilege. Who the fuck pays for a privilege to go fishing? Now I get that there should be rules and regulations, and I'm torn about this sort of thing because people will be like, yeah, if it wasn't for fishing license and game wardens and stuff like this, people would just like fish the whole. You know, I live near the Gulf of Mexico. They'd fish the whole Gulf dry. I see that really kind of hard to do. You know what I mean? I mean, you'd have to be a population of like China to do that, and have like literally every person in the world. It's not the point. The point is that people are not adult and grown enough to take care of themselves to be responsible. This is why we still need police officers. And by the way, police officers are a cult. You may not like that, but it is. Being a police officer is being in a cult. You are in a cult. You look out for your boys in blue, and you cover up for this, and this gets hushed and swept under the table. You know what I mean? And there has been more and more blue on blue arrests and things of this nature. But this is the reason that we still need like police officers, because people aren't adult enough to be like, hey, you know what? Don't catch this fish. It's poison, and people just fish it and just be irresponsible. You know what I mean? And it's a human problem until we get to a point to where humans are a grown and adult enough to act responsibly and understand the basic human laws. Then there will always be a need for authoritarianism, and there will always be cults. You know, but I guess that's part of human nature. Ooh, I've heard about the dandelion thing. I was gonna try that a while back. Um, and I'm a huge fan of garlic. I love garlic. Like I keep there's always garlic in the cabinet. You know, if nothing else, is going to be garlic bread. I love garlic. I will drown stuff in garlic. But yeah, I wanted to try the dandelion thing. I heard a lot of good things about it, but I heard it had to be cooked right or made right. Um, I never had it, but I do want to try it. Statue of Liberty was covered in scaffolding. Uh, the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, that's an occult symbol, but I've heard good things about it, and not really seasoned enough to talk about it. Running out of things to say here, folks. So I might call this here pretty soon. Um, to be quite honest, starting to get a little bored to talking to a screen. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. I had some people show up here today that I just was not expecting, and that's been kind of awesome. Garlic to elevate. Yes, alcohol will amplify your. Damn, it's getting chilly. The alcohol will amplify whatever mood you're in. You know, it amplifies your emotions. And I have kind of the opposite problems. I'll get like really drunk and give stuff away and be like, oh yeah. Next day I'm like, I wish I wouldn't have done that. You know, I get, I'm that guy that's buying it, always trying to like, ooh, like everybody buying drinks at the bar for everybody. Wake up broke the next morning and be like, fuck, what did I do? You know, um, I'm that guy. But it's an equal problem. I mean, I'm hurting myself. You know, by trying to elevate everybody else in the room, trying to get them to my level. You know, which wouldn't be hard to do. I mean, I'm not on a high level here. Just so you guys know, not holding myself in some kind of high regard there or nothing. But yeah, some of the bad times in my life got to drinking really, really hard, and I have a tendency to self pity. So the suicidal thoughts come in. You know what I mean? And in a deep down core, I'm not trying to make it happen, but I'm and there's a certain part of me that's looking forward to death and when I can shed this meat suit and get on with it. You know what I mean? Even if I have to come back to this planet in another meat suit, at least you know I won't be the same person and I can start over. And I know that's an alcoholic thing to say, like, well, yeah, we always just want to start over. But for me, there's no starting over. What I've been stuck with um, will haunt me till the day I die, even if I become uh, like mentally unstable as I get older. Even if I get, you know, there's no what the fuck is going on? But my little brother's texting me, and I don't know. I don't know about leaving here. Just let me see if I can check this. Hey, Bubba, getting this? Hey, did that work? Am I back? Damn, I got 10 likes on this? That's pretty good. I'm 144. 10 were like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go TS for Tony. Good. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and call this. I've been on 145 and I think I've said enough. And I this has been more rewarding than I ever thought it would be. And thanks for everybody for showing up. And thanks. This is awesome. I'm gonna shut this down and make sure that I can get it up and it's not come up as private. So Michelle, stay awesome and be good to yourself and those people that you love. They depend on you. So be strong. Good soul. Good, good, very original soul. And T, Tony, thanks for showing up, man. Um, look forward to seeing you in the comments on future videos or old videos or whatever. You know. All right. Be good, y'all. Love y'all. Peace, love, and strength.